Jak 3 was rated T for teen by the ESRB and contains fantasy violence, language, suggestive themes, and use of tobacco. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everyone, my name is Amaronith and I play games for the internet, and today we're playing Jak 3. We're back.
You know, I'm actually glad the game has language. It's nice to be able to understand what's being said. That joke only just now occurred to me.
Jak, I need you to go into the sewers, into the Metalhead City section. We need to attack their hive from below, and the sewers are the only way in right now. We haven't been in those old passageways since the war broke out, but no scouts have reported movement down there.
That's a good thing, right?
I mean, no scouts have ever come back alive to tell us.
Oh. Ow! Still giving us the crappy missions, huh?
Dark, dirty, dangerous. I'm beginning to like this war.
Jak,
I actually
please.
agree with Daxter in that one.
I did agree with Daxter too.
Just facepalm.
Yeah. Jak, I get that you're a recovering edgelord, but please.
I feel like he has to some degrees, he has very little respect for his own life.
Do you blame him?
No, not even a little.
Also, the boy is nigh indestructible.
Yeah.
Literally, precursor granted healing abilities.
Yeah, when you remember to use them.
Yes.
I could see that slow head turn in my head.
Also, the shield ability that I never use.
To be fair, that one's kind of tacked on anyway.
It really feels tacked on.
Like, just the location they give it. It's like, why is there a precursor here?
Here. Yeah.
Whee! And down into this hellhole.
Yep. You remember the sewers?
Yeah!
Technically, we've been here already.
Several times.
I even mean in this game.
Oh. Also, they remodeled.
Yeah, they remodeled the sewers. That's an interesting choice. That green gas, A, hurts you, and B, sends you flying off into the abyss.
Well, also it's shit gas, I'm sure.
I always thought it was really funny that you got the achievement Swamp Gas for coming into the city.
Huh!
Or like, not coming into the city, but for, when Samos is like, you have to get down to the port.
Huh!
You get the achievement for getting to the port through the sewers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Still vibing with this track.
It's a great track.
Like, I'm just kind of like sitting here vibing.
Oh, good job.
This game really does just watching it feels like in general it has a smoother control than Jak 2, honestly.
Yes, it does.
Like, it just looks like it feels better.
It does feel better. It's less stressful to play.
Which is good.
Like, even the things that piss me off about it are... Sacred area! Even the things that piss me off about it are mostly, like, plot-related, not gameplay-related.
Right.
Also, make it rain!
So much rain! But yeah, like...
Omega-3s.
It, like... Yeah, like, watching this, there's a lot gameplay, like, there might be some minor, like, quirks gameplay-wise. But, like, yeah, most of my issues have been Ashlyn.
I mean, most of everyone's issues are Ashlyn.
I love that thing. I genuinely love that gun.
It's a great gun.
Thank you, Tess.
Also, it, like, partially, like, aims itself.
Yeah.
So, that's really great.
So it's not like just wasting all your ammo.
Yeah. So, do you remember, way back in Jak 2, when I kept shooting those little robots during the prison mission?
Yes.
Because I didn't realize that the door had opened?
Yeah. Now you have to.
It was because I was remembering this. You have to shoot all the little robots before the door will open.
I like that gun too. This game really does just have good weapons.
It has very good weapon design.
Like they all look like they feel incredibly satisfied. Oh hi.
It's fine. You're at a
checkpoint.
They're all very satisfying to shoot.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually a really nifty way to make an obstacle.
Yep. Game is very fun to play. You should play it.
Yes, but you see, Brain says I have to play them in order.
So play them in order.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I do. What
but
I
then
actually
that means
have
playing
is
Jak 2.
yeah, or making someone else play certain parts of it. I mean,
yeah. That's a very fun couple thing to do.
Yeah. What's also nice is I do actually have all the PS2 Classics versions.
On PS4?
Yeah.
Yeah. My only problem with the PS4 ones is that it feels like there's an entry lag.
There's what?
There's an input lag.
Probably because it's emulated.
Yeah.
On the other hand, that's the only way I'm playing Jak X.
Yeah, like that's why I'm not even gonna bother to LP Jak X, which again, I'm sorry everyone. But there's such an input lag, and I'm not a good enough player to make up for it with racing games.
So, yeah, you would just end up miserable and cragged.
Yeah, I'd end up miserable and upset.
And it wouldn't be fun to watch.
Nope. Like, even with post-commentary, like, I'd still have to pull off getting gold multiple times.
Right.
Because then there's practice.
Like, it's one thing, basically, with the fact that we basically went, yeah, we're post-commentating these just for the sake of not having as much stress involved. Because we're definitely making progress a lot faster recording-wise, doing it this way.
Absolutely. Because I have a shit sleep schedule. And I stay up all night.
I try to sleep at night, but half the time it just ends up in just sort of chilling alone for a bit.
Oh yeah,
like I just have limited energy for dealing with people.
Absolutely.
And there are people who can cut through that, but it's not everyone.
I know.
No, I'm just saying it's just not everyone. Huh?
I'm right there with you, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, like, but I will start at, like, 11 in the morning. And I will go until 7.
Yeah.
And then I'll start again. And I'll play until, like, 11:30, 12.
Yeah.
So I'm like doing these in long recording batches.
I need you to take out a cache of Dark Eco near the Southport border. We have reports that the metalheads are using it to create terrible Dark Eco weapons to infect the city. We've got to stop that at all costs. Good luck, soldier.
Fuck off, Ashlyn. I did not know you were going. I did not know you were going to basically say the same thing.
Yep. This mission also has checkpoints.
Thankfully. Like, I appreciate that she's being very, very mission focused.
I appreciate that too. Like, I don't think I could handle it if she was all like even before, when like in the cutscene when she was like, I knew I could count on you. Oh, I was seething. I was so happy that she got cut off.
Yeah, it's like. It really does, like, I think it's just that I knew we could count on you makes it feel more like she's just kind of using him.
Yeah. Like, she doesn't actually care that her friend was banished.
Yeah.
She cares because he was banished and they need him to win the war.
Right. Which
is bullshit.
It can be good writing if they handle it properly, but I don't think they have been.
No. And like they've been trying to pretend, like I had mentioned before, that like Jak and Ashlyn have this sexual tension between them or whatever.
But it was all between Jak and Kira.
Yeah.
And it was just
this is the only game that the Jak and Ashlyn thing is even around. In all the other games, it's with Kira.
And like, so it just feels kind of really awkward and like off-putting, honestly.
Yeah. Like, a little bit.
Like, again,
it feels like I'm losing my mind a little bit.
Huh?
Like, it feels like I'm losing my mind a little bit because it's like, wait, was there something in Jak 2 and I just missed it?
No, you didn't. The only real thing in Jak 2 was Dax kind of creeping on her a little bit.
Yeah, and thus,
and that's just Daxter.
Like, and like putting that on Jak. Like, I remember specifically the scene where Ashlyn showed up at the racetrack.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I'm not like my father, you know.
Oh, someone ain't doing too good.
Someone got a Dark Eco weapon. But not for his gun. But for these guns!
It's a good thing he's not wearing sleeves anymore.
Yeah, right? I would have actually really enjoyed seeing Jak flex out of his sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Strike.
While you're near the entrance to South Haven Forest, could you please go check out reports on Dark Eco infestation there? It seems someone is still experimenting with Dark Eco. If you find infected plants, you must destroy them before they spread. There are some ancient precursor pillars in the forest that may have a link to the catacombs. But if the metalheads overrun the place, we'll never know for sure. Make me proud.
See, it must took a few levels in respect.
Eh.
Oh, I did not know he knew the word please.
Right?
Jack, you can kill those plants with your jet board. Just scoop up green eco energy and then lay it down over the plants.
Oh.
Yeah, anyway, Kira's voiced by Tara Strong now. I don't know why they changed the voice actor. But, you know, Tara Strong is a very good voice actress.
Yeah, and like... yeah.
And
it's nice to hear Kira speak.
Yes. It was.
After, like, when they met again, her just being like...
not saying a fucking word. Like, what even was that?
Yeah, and it's just the way she was acting felt very, very...
off?
Damsel-y? Like, I think that's the only word I can really have to think of it.
Yeah, very like... oh, I'm not a fighter, and I don't carry a gun, or I don't make guns, so... But, like...
and, like, super passive.
Yeah, which is not
Kira.
God.
Like, okay, yes, she was kind of a little bit of a... kind of a raging bitch a bit in Jak 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I prefer that to, like...
not saying anything.
Yeah. Like, this isn't even, like, a huge love game series for me, and I'm getting heated up about it.
It is a huge love game series for me.
Yeah, that's probably part of why I'm actually getting heated up, honestly.
Because I get mad about it?
Yeah, basically my friend cares.
I care.
So, of
Then
course
again,
I care.
I am a filthy Jak and Daxter shipper.
Yeah.
In my heart of hearts, Kira and Tess would be very cute together.
Okay, yes, that actually genuinely sounds adorable.
The mechanic and the gunsmith, like...
yeah.
writes itself.
Shared workshop?
Mm-hmm.
There was only one table.
There was only one socket wrench. They reach for it at the same time. Their eyes meet. Their fingers touch. It's beautiful. But also...
I like how wide the touch area is on that.
Oh, yeah. Also, hey, remember how I said this game is great shades of Precursor Legacy?
Yeah, I was like, this reminds me of that green eco mission with the flowers.
Yes. At least these don't, like, regrow themselves if you're not fast enough.
Mm-hmm. And again, like, you have, like, a pretty wide...
Yep. This is me being like, why can't I use the thing?
You have a pretty good radius on touching them.
Yep.
Which
I just
makes it
very turned
much
around.
Yeah.
It does
But
make
just
it
having
much
that,
easier.
yeah, much more tolerable too.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, that one mission just felt intolerable because, A, they were regrowing themselves.
And B, fuck the Precursor Basin.
Yeah. I specifically remember sending you a video that was like, yeah, that place was designed for tedium or frustration or something like that.
Yep. Much like this place. Like, I like Haven Forest, but I get so turned around and lost here.
Yeah.
And, like, the map doesn't help.
Because the map's just big open areas.
Yeah. Very...
like, there's no path it's really guiding you down.
Nope. Heavy side.
Also, this mission feels really long.
It is really weirdly long. It feels
Like, I think they could have stopped it like 3 minutes ago.
It's because Haven Forest is so big. It doesn't need to be this big.
It just feels like they could, like, have limited this to a section of the forest.
Mm-hmm. Look at this mission. It's so big.
Oh my god, why? Wow, just why? You know what? I'm not even
like
gonna
one of those Game Bros wall posters.
Oh, no, it's fantastic, just in the most terrible way possible.
Yeah, that's pretty much our friendship. I'm fantastic in the most terrible ways possible.
Oh. And I am a perpetual train wreck.
Yeah. But big hearts. And now I'm like, wait, where? How to get?
Where go?
Yep. Like I said, I'm fucking lost.
Like, I can kind of see where I think you gotta go.
Yeah. I am a little bummed that the Green Eco vent there doesn't heal you.
Yeah, I kind of wish it did. That would be really nice and consistent.
It would be very funny. Like,
oh, I like how they put it down to like a counter now.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Those
Yeah.
precursor pillars are some of the oldest artifacts we've ever found. Ma wrote that there were some ancient ruins to the west that were activated by 5 special artifacts and revealed wondrous truths. I'll see what I can find out.
Okay. Samus is actually being nice.
Mm-hmm. We got shoulder armor! Now we're balanced.
Nice.
And we got more health.
Nice. I do actually kind of like that's the way they're sort of characterizing the armor.
Yeah. I had pause there. I think I was like scratching my nose.
I know that feel.
I was like, wait, did I need anything else? No, okay. Also, thing I genuinely appreciate.
Jak, we've located 4 critical power junctions. They've destroyed.
Not
Could drop
bad.
some of their shields. Our betting expert Jinx can blow the junctions if you can get him to each one and protect him while he's laying the charges. You remember Jinx? He's waiting in a vehicle outside. Happy blasting.
I remember Jinx.
Yeah. So the the achievement, Black Thumb 2, because in Precursor Legacy, fighting one of the bosses was called the Black Thumb.
Yeah.
But also, you can just get right to the exit from those pillars.
Which is
Hey
wonderful.
there, pretty boy. You ready to rock and rumble?
Ah, there's the Jinx we remember.
I died on this mission so many times in practice.
This is another one of those died a ton in practice, did not die so much in the actual run.
Yes. And that's why I practice.
Also, just calling him Goldilocks amuses me.
Pretty boy. Goldilocks. Called him Sugar and Jak too. Yeah, I love Jinx. He's such a slime ball, but in like a good way.
He's a charming slime ball.
Yes. Also, fun fact. You can leave him in the car and like get out of the car when you're not around a power box and they don't like damage him.
That's actually legitimately kind of hilarious.
Wonderful. Maybe I just got really lucky when I was like stopping for like ammo pickups, but I don't know. Every single time I've done it, he's been fine.
I kind of like the vibe that gives, though. Or, I kind of just like how that works, though, and I don't know why.
Right? It feels very... It's a kindness, I guess.
Yeah. And there's few enough of those in these games.
Let's get out of here.
This game is why I love Jinx so much.
Definitely not because of the sewer mission.
Definitely not because of the sewer mission. I only liked the sewer mission because Jinx was in it.
And even then, he was not quite enough to redeem it.
Yeah.
Like... Jinx is a good boy.
Yes.
But... he's an entertaining boy.
Yeah. I would like to point out that at this moment in time, Jinx has not taken any damage. Usually by this point, he's at half health, maybe less.
But you've been doing real good, keeping him safe.
I'm glad, like, I'm really proud of myself for being able to pull this off.
You should be.
I think he takes damage in this last one, but yeah.
Yep, there it goes.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, you were doing really well, and you're still doing really well.
Yeah, also,
and you know what I'm
one
noticing?
hit out of this whole mission.
Yeah. But also, he doesn't take forever to lay the charges.
You did it. You've got us deeper into KG territory.
Nice work, Jackie boy. I'm gonna go see what I can scrounge up. See you on the flip side.
Also, Jinx has cheekbones that can cut glass. Like,
my
god.
Ashlyn here. Jak, we've got word of a shipment of Eco being delivered somewhere in the KG City section. I think it's worth stealing. I want you to go in and find the vehicle with the Eco and drive it back out to the Naughty Oxel in one piece. I'm sure they'll try to stop you, but we need that Eco for the war effort. Remember, don't lose the shipment.
Fuck off, Ashlyn.
Yeah. So, now, like, you'll see, we have a lot of, things we can go do.
Yeah.
But I'm here already, so I was like, I'm just gonna go get that Eco.
Might as well take care of this bullshit.
Yep.
Shut Ashlyn up.
Yeah. So, this is in fact the last mission. It's just also bullshit.
Oh boy! I love me some good old-fashioned bullshit.
It's not as bad as it could be, but man...
It's not as bad as it could be is like the epitome of damning with faint praise. But that also just reminds me of a video I was watching the other day. Nice.
We gotta roll. This is where I
It's...
Drive like you mean it!
It's very pleasing, though, seeing the eco shifting around in the back. It pleases me. Oh, hi.
Yeah.
It still pleases me to watch it shifting.
Yeah. Like, it makes me very, like, displeased. Only because, like, that is not properly
That is not... I used to work in
secured.
trucking. That is not safe handling. It should be strapped.
Mm-hmm.
There should be a hazmat placard on there.
Really much. We hit a checkpoint finally, by the way.
Good.
I say finally. Oh god, my brain just shut off.
Many, many minutes later.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. I can't even remember what I was trying to say.
But yeah, like, having worked in, like, trucking, although I was in the office, there are proper shipping protocols. Those should be on a pallet. They should be wrapped. They should be strapped down. I understand this is a fictional game, but damn it, I'm gonna bring my experience into this anyway.
I mean, yes, I am genuinely, like, on your side here.
The hazmat placards, I don't know if Haven City has hazmat regulations, but you should still have some kind of hazardous material thing on there.
Especially because it's eco. Eco explodes!
Exactly, so you should at least have the hazmat code for, like, I think it's NA1993 might be explosives, or that might just be a non-specified flammables. Why do I still remember this?
Because you worked in trucking for a really long time.
I haven't worked there for 10 years.
So?
You can make it. Crank that sign up to full brightness.
Hang on, Dax. It's gonna be close.
My beautiful mug!
Okay, that actually looks cooler, though.
It does look cooler, but also, how, like, where did all the eco go?
Yeah. They took it inside secretly. The end.
I guess.
Jack! Oh.
That's me accidentally turning into Dark Jack, and that's all for today. We'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.